Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. The power of console.log, your JavaScript debugging superhero. Console.log is arguably the single most important tool in a JavaScript developer's arsenal. It's your window into the code's execution, allowing you to inspect values, track the flow of logic, and ultimately squash bugs before they cause chaos. This comprehensive tutorial will delve into the nuances of console.log, covering everything from basic usage to advanced techniques, with plenty of code examples and considerations for different browser environments. What is console.log, and why should you care? Console.log is a method belonging to the console object, which is globally available in JavaScript environments, browsers and node.js. Its primary function is to print information to the console, a developer tool built into your browser. Think of the console as a digital chalkboard where you can jot down notes about what your code is doing as it runs. Why is this important? Debugging, find and fix errors in your code. By logging values at different points, you can see if your variables hold the expected data and if your conditional statements are working as intended. Understanding code flow, trace the execution path of your script. You can log messages to indicate which functions are being called and in what order. Performance monitoring, measure how long certain parts of your code take to execute, though dedicated profiling tools are better for in-depth analysis. Informative output, provide useful information to yourself, or other developers, during development, which you can later remove or comment out before deploying the code. Experimentation, quickly test snippets of code and see their output without needing to create complex HTML structures. 2. Basic usage, console.log, in action. The simplest way to use console.log is to pass a single argument. You can also log the value of variables, and even combine strings and variables. However, using template literals, backticks, makes string concatenation much cleaner and more readable. 3. Logging different data types. Console.log can handle various data types. Strings as shown above, text enclosed in quotes. Numbers integers and floating point numbers. Booleans true or false values. Arrays ordered collections of data. Objects collections of key value pairs. Functions the actual function definitions themselves. Null and undefined special values representing the absence of a value. Here are some examples. When logging arrays and objects, the console usually provides a structured view, allowing you to expand and collapse the contents. 4. Advanced console methods, beyond log. The console object offers several other useful methods besides log. Console.info, similar to console.log, often used for informational messages. In some browsers, it might be styled differently, example with a blue eye icon. Console.warn, used for warning messages, typically styled to stand out in the console, example with a yellow background or exclamation mark. Warnings indicate potential problems but don't necessarily stop the code from running. Console.error, used for error messages, usually styled prominently in the console, example with a red background or error icon. Errors indicate problems that might cause the code to crash or produce incorrect results. Console.table, displays arrays or objects in a tabular format, making it easier to read structured data. Console.time and console.timeend, asterisk used for measuring the execution time of a block of code. You call console.time, with a label, a string, and then call console.timeEnd, with the same label to stop the timer and print the elapsed time to the console. Asterisk console.group, and console.groupEnd, asterisk creates collapsible groups in the console output, helping you organize your logs and reduce clutter. Asterisk console.count, asterisk logs the number of times a particular line of code has been executed. It takes an optional label as an argument. Asterisk console.assert, condition, message, asterisk logs an error message to the console only if the specified condition is false. Useful for asserting that certain assumptions in your code are true. Asterisk console.clear, asterisk clears the console output. Be careful with this, as it might delete information you need. V. Using console.log, effectively, best practices. Asterisk be descriptive, asterisk don't just log variable values. Add context to your logs using strings, so you know exactly what you're looking at. Asterisk use template literals, asterisk as mentioned earlier, use template literals, backticks, for cleaner string concatenation. Asterisk strategically place logs, asterisk think about where you need to log information to understand the flow of your code. Focus on areas where you suspect problems might be occurring. Asterisk comment out or remove logs before production, asterisk excessive logging can slow down your application, especially in production. Before deploying your code, remove or comment out your console.log statements. Consider using a logging library that allows you to easily enable or disable logging based on the environment, development, staging, production. Asterisk leverage console.table, for structured data, asterisk use console.table, to display arrays and objects in a readable tabular format. Asterisk utilize console.group, for organization, asterisk group related logs together using console.group, to make the console output more manageable. Asterisk don't log sensitive information, asterisk avoid logging sensitive data like passwords, API keys, or personal information to the console, as this data could be exposed. Asterisk use the correct console method, asterisk choose the appropriate console method, info, warn, error, based on the severity and nature of the message. 6. Integrating console.log into your HTML/JavaScript frontend project. Let's create a simple HTML page with JavaScript to demonstrate how to use console.log. Explanation asterisk. 1. HTML structure asterisk a basic HTML page with a heading and a button. 2. JavaScript asterisk. Asterisk gets a reference to the button element using document.getElementById. Asterisk attaches a click event listener to the button. Asterisk when the button is clicked. Asterisk generates a random number using math.random. Asterisk logs a message to the console indicating that the button was clicked and the generated random number. Asterisk uses console.info, if the random number is greater than 0.5, and console.warn, otherwise. Asterisk logs a message to the console when the page loads. How to run asterisk. 1. Save the code as an HTML file, example console_example.html. 2. Open the HTML file in your browser. 3. Open your browser's developer tools, usually by pressing F12, Ctrl+Shift+I, or CMD+Option+I. 4. Click the Click Me button. 5. Observe the messages in the console. You'll see the initial page loaded message, and each time you click the button, you'll see the corresponding messages with the random number. The console.info and console.warn messages will be styled differently. 7. Cross-browser compatibility and considerations. Console.log is generally well supported across modern browsers, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge. However, there might be slight variations in how the console output is formatted or in the availability of certain advanced features. Internet Explorer * older versions of Internet Explorer might not have a console object if the developer tools are not open. To avoid errors, you can wrap your console.log statements in a conditional check. Alternatively, you can use a polyfill to provide a console object if it's missing. Mobile browsers Most mobile browsers also have developer tools with a console. The way to access them may vary depending on the browser and the platform, iOS, Android. Node.js The console object is also available in node.js, a JavaScript runtime environment for server-side development. The output will be displayed in the terminal. 8. Debugging strategies using console.log. Here are some common debugging scenarios and how console.log can help. My code isn't doing anything. Add console.log reached this point at different locations in your code to see how far the execution gets. This helps you pinpoint where the code is stopping prematurely. My variable has the wrong value. Log the variable's value at different stages of your code to track how it changes. Use console.log before assignment, myvar, and console.log after assignment, myvar, to see the value before and after an assignment. My conditional statement isn't working. Log the condition being evaluated, console.log, condition, my condition. Log the values of the variables used in the condition, console.log, x, y, y. My function is not being called. Add console.log, function called, at the beginning of the function. My event listener isn't working. Log a message inside the event listener function to confirm that it's being triggered, console.log, event listener triggered. 9. Alternatives to console.log. While console.log is incredibly useful, there are alternative debugging tools and techniques. Debuggers browsers built-in debuggers, accessible through the developer tools, allow you to set breakpoints, step through your code line by line, inspect variables, and much more. This is a more powerful and precise debugging method than simply using console.log. Logging libraries libraries like Debug, Winston, or Log4j provide more advanced logging capabilities, such as log levels, file output, and integration with other systems. They are especially useful for larger projects where you need more control over your logging. Testing frameworks unit testing frameworks, example Jest, Mocha, Jasmine, help you write automated tests to verify that your code works correctly. This is a more structured and reliable way to prevent bugs than relying solely on manual debugging. Code editors / IDEs with debugging features many code editors and IDEs, example VS Code, WebStorm, have integrated debugging tools that make it easier to set breakpoints, inspect variables, and step through your code. Conclusion. Console.log is a fundamental tool for any JavaScript developer. Mastering its various uses and adopting best practices will significantly improve your debugging efficiency and your ability to understand and maintain your code. While more advanced debugging tools and techniques exist, console.log remains a valuable and readily available resource that you'll likely use every day. Don't underestimate its power and versatility. Remember to clean up or disable your logs before deploying your code to production to avoid performance issues and security risks. Happy debugging!